Tonight, we put a bow on Week 15 with a good Monday night matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Load it! Load it! Shoot! Right!
Here's Rivers. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. From the gun, Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Lucy.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. Hey, spread left. Spread left. 77.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Green 80.
Fournette, a first down carry. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Green 80.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chargers getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Rivers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
White. Hey, Rocket. White. Hey, Hud.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a give to Fournette. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Lucy, Lucy.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's go. Hey. 380.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's go. Trip stuck, trip stuck. 3 and 10.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first down throw here for Rivers. On the right side, caught by Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Hey, Rocket.
Rivers on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Myles Jack coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean,
12.
oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Rivers now on second down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Set. We're okay. We're okay. Ready. Delta. 44. Right. 44. You don't see me in your nightmare.
On third down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Green 80. Green 80.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Green 80. Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. And complete over the middle, Safarian-Jenkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw is Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long.
Lucy. Green is it.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Set. Green 80.
Again, it's Bortles. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hey, go orange.
First down, Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
0. Hey, Rocket. Load it. Load it.
Now Gordon on first down. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Following the field goal on is the punter, Drew Kaiser, to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So if you like field goals, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey. 372.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now it's Patterson. Oh, look at that.
Look at him turn.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Brown! Yo, Rocky! Hey!
Operating from the gun. Rivers. Green's got it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Here we go. Big jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Hurry up! Hey, we got 4. We got 4 now. Set. Hey, go orange 5-4.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it skinny. Hey, watch the ball.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A.J. Green, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
372.
On first down, Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. Bortles now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cole. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A handoff to Fournette. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
We got 3 down. Hey, we got 3. Let's go.
Fournette on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
72.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now it's Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set then. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
39, Lucy.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's go. Trip front, trip front.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, after getting the ball in prime position to score after a fumble recovery, you think you're in a great spot. But the defense on the field is saying not so fast, and they've held firm on the first 2 plays.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Bortles will keep it, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Blake Bortles, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So now Bortles will bring the Jags up to go for 2.
Hank.
Now this time Bortles will throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Hey.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, It tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Orange. 0.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And Green with a catch left side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
White.
The first down throw here for Rivers. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Rivers on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Load it. 12.
He's going to get it running right. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Red.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
44 spot. Check. Room. That's the run. Undercrush.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Load it. Anybody's coming. Watch it. Fight. Alert 3. Check it back.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Point after now from Sturgis. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for two.
Orange. 12. Get hot.
From the gun, Rivers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin with a run by Fournette. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Let's go. Spread right, 72.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, let's go. Trick flat. Spread right, 72. 3 to 10.
Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Here we go.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Green 80. Green is it.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Green 80.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Fournette. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Fournette. Down to the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game.